Hey everybody, this is Carrie from Paper Adventures, back for another hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 7, and this is actually the last day. So if you pause the video, scroll down to the description box, it'll give you a very brief description of what this challenge is about. It is created by Crafty Cat, and she's already moved on to the next one. I was a little bit behind on this, but anyways, let's see. So the last one was number 47 and number 48, which was Napkin and Red. Or wait, was it? No, excuse me. Botanical and Napkin. And this one was very simple. I mean, literally, this is a napkin and it's botanical because it's a flower. All I did was Mod Podge this on here. The reason being because, let me put this back together, and I already explained this, so you might have already seen that, but I'm going to just do it again here real quick. Let me put this back together. This can't be thick because this page is kind of taken 2 prompts applied to it. Not 2 prompts, actually 4 prompts actually apply to this. So, and you can go back and look at that explanation better, so just so I don't have to repeat that. But so that's what I did in the last one. So that one was very simple, but what I ended up also doing was actually sewing this together, and we got this far. So this one we're doing the cover, and it is like I said, the last day of this challenge, and so it'll be 49 and 50 because it does go to 50. And so 49 is red and 50 is wrapping paper. So I will go ahead and tell you real quick that I am going to go ahead and use tissue paper to count as wrapping paper, because I actually use tissue paper a lot to wrap gifts. So that's what I'm going to do, because I didn't really have any wrapping paper that I would really want to use on here. So that's what I'm going to use for that part, and you'll see the rest. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be doing the cover for this. Now, I also like these signature pages or signature covers, I guess. Like here's one. I want to do something. I'm going to be doing some things because I don't like these just being like this, because I mean, here's this really grungy and these just don't fit. So I may be covering those. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I need it to be more grungy looking. So I'll be doing something with that. I don't know if I'll do that on camera or not, but, and also something I want to go ahead and put out here. I don't know if I will be doing anything else actually with this channel. I haven't decided, because I have another channel. It's a vlogging channel of just my daily life, and it's like I enjoy this, but I think I enjoy the other more, and I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm not 100%. Maybe I'll at least try it out for a little bit longer. I mean, I still have some other journals that I'm wanting to make, because I'm wanting to use up my stuff. So I may stick with it for a little bit, but I don't know what the long term will be on this. So anyways, thank you for joining me again, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, guys, it has been several days. You know, it might have even been a week since I've since I finished this. And as you can see, I didn't do the majority of it on camera. I had an opportunity to be working on this, but I wasn't able to be at this desk with my camera stand, and it's the only place that I can fit this particular stand. So I had to make the decision to either go ahead and do it or have to wait until I could finally film, and I really needed to get it done. So, which works out because this is going to be a flip through, and that's going to take a little bit. So that'll at least carve some of the time off of it by not have done everything on camera. Now, once again, it was wrapping paper and red as the prompts. Wrapping paper, I mentioned already. I was using this gift tissue, because I do wrap gifts in this tissue. Many times I've done that, so that's what I used. And of course, we can see the red. Now this piece right here, I have a video where I made a whole bunch of paint swatches, is what I call this, or what it's called, and with all different types of colors. And I like this because it's not bright red. Because I was thinking, what in the world am I going to put on here that's red? Because this does not scream red. You know, like red really doesn't fit in here, but it actually does with this type of red mixed with this. It's like a deep burgundy red or something, and then this brown. It just looks really good. Now, this frame right here, I believe, is a Tim Holtz. Comes in a package with different ones. And then of course here's a corrugated cardboard. And these two these are Crafty Cats from her Etsy shop, these digitals. This little piece right here, this number, is also from her Etsy shop. Now, I did just have it like that, but then yesterday I ended up adding, or the day before, ended up adding these buttons, which I think worked well. I did end up adding these corners. I wasn't going to, because I had those pretty well inked with black and stuff, and I liked it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put that. Now, I don't know if you'll notice, but I changed this. And, well, I actually just put it on top of the other. You remember the other one was like a map, but it just didn't go. It was too bright. I mean, I could have inked it down where it wasn't as bright, but I just thought I was going to try the material, and I did. So I'll put this on here. I did go over this with some ink so to tone it down as well too, but it wasn't really too bright. I just thought it looked better. So there it is. You can see it from this angle. And see, I just love all of that stuff just hanging out there. If I can get in the camera. I just love that. Some stuff up there. And that's what it looks like from the bottom. I love seeing, I don't know if you can see, I won't be able to know until I edit, just all this thread hanging out and just all these different types of, all these textures. I love it. These beads, paper clips, all these kinds of things. I love that. So that's what it looks like. And it is pretty thick. So there that is. Now the back, I didn't do anything. I left it just like that. I could go back and maybe put some tissue paper, but I'm probably not going to. I actually like to have this not done. I like it like that. So let's go through this. Now, as you'll recall, these were covered with the kind of like the cardstock paper. It's the signature covers basically. I did not like the way that looked. I knew I was going to have to, for one, ink all of these. I knew I was going to have to ink them to get it to look right with this journal. And if you'll remember, one of my other goals was to use the ephemera that I already made instead of having to create new ephemera. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to grab from my ephemera that I've already made. Most of this from the last challenge, which would have been the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 6. So that's what you're going to be seeing. Even though these signature cover portions are not the prompts for this challenge, it doesn't matter. It's still meeting my own challenge of using ephemera because I want to get it used. I'll talk about something else at the end, but okay, let's just go through this real quick. Okay, this was created, the 50 Stack Challenge 6. It is a sack, and I put this little piece on here to create a pocket. So here's a couple of objects in there. Actually, there's three different things in there. And you can go back and watch my other videos if there's something I don't talk about, because I'm probably not going to talk about absolutely everything because I've already described all of this in some other video. But this is another one from the last challenge. Okay, now this is from this challenge. I don't remember what it was. I think I want to go back though and write somewhere what the challenge was, like just the 2 words somewhere on here. We'll see. But this right here, this pocket is from Crafty Cat's Etsy shop. But this is what I put in the pocket. And this was from my last challenge. There's that. This was from the last challenge. And then there's that. And I really like this piece. Does flip out, and I made just a little, stapled on these little pieces to make a makeshift, if you will, notepad. This is a little pocket here. That's from Crafty Cat's Etsy shop. This one, I don't know if you remember this or if you watched it. I had created, I think the prompt was tree. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. This looked different. I ended up not liking it, so I redid a bunch on here, which that would have been in one of my last videos. But here's what goes in this little tuck here. That goes in that back pocket, little writing spot. And then back here, another makeshift notepad. I just inked it, stamped it, or actually a stenciling, clipped it on here. I think that, yeah, that's stapled too. And this goes in the, let me move that. This goes in that back pocket right there. Oh, let me close that. Okay, here's this. Another one of Crafty Cat's, what you call it? Now this is kind of like a hidden pocket, but it kind of doesn't work because every time I pull this out, this comes out too. But just a little thing that comes out. You can see this is a large envelope. There's the window. Let me put that back in there. And I cut this to where it's like a secret pocket. Supposed to be anyway. Supposed to. So then this flips open. And then this comes out. Writing spot. And that's what the whole thing looks like there. And then here's a little tuck right there. I think this prompt was music, if I remember right. There's that. And I love that little piece. You can see that one of my rusted safety pins. And I just stuck a little bead on there. So that goes back there. And then here's this one. This was one of my favorite ones. This is one of the first ones that I did. This comes out and can be written on in the back. And then I just love this. Here's the background, just sewn. I just did all types of stitching. Shows I did this one September 14th, 2025. I did like to put the date, September 18th for this one. But I really like this, and I added this because this is one of the parts that sticks out of this journal that I love. So there's that. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite pages here. I just love all the texture. I hope you can see that while this is the one, this one was washi tape and a line. I remember that. Washi tape and line. Because I remember how these birds are in a line, but there's also lines. And I mean, I'm using all this washi tape. But I really like this one right here. It doesn't have pockets or anything like that, but I really like it. Okay, this one. Let me see if I can get this. What in the world? Oh, maybe I need to take that part off. So what needs to happen? Okay, so here's this. What in the world? Okay. Well. Goodness. I really like this. Oh, I remember one of the words was wreath. Oh, this one was wreath and gold. There's my wreath. And then I have like gold. You probably can't see it, but there's like gold paint on here. And there's other gold things on here too. Like a gold ring. But I don't know if you can see that gold that's like all through here. This is kind of like I really had fun doing this one. I love putting all the different elements on here. Just really had fun doing this. There's that gold ring. Yeah, I really like this one. And this one also had, this drawing right here was a sketch that my mom had done. So I just really liked this one. And then there's a writing spot here. And what I did is I just used this as a tuck around this. And I'll put that back on in a minute. But I need to go ahead and, well, that, was paper clipped on. And then it gets used for a tuck, which this is on. So there that is. I like this. I don't know. It's so simple, but I just really like this. A writing spot. But yeah, you can go watch that video. I'm going to include or link whatever the hashtag this challenge and the last one, so you can go back and look at any that you want to get an explanation on, because I do give an explanation on why I did that and all of that. So let me pin this back and then pin this back. There's that. Okay. Now this is one of the signature covers. So this one wasn't part of this challenge. This is just something I added because I do not like, let me unhook that. I do not like, I mean, that looks okay, but it still is not the exact filling of the rest. So I needed to cover it. This one was done in the last challenge. I love this. This was something that my mom wrote. I think it's a poem, but I printed it out on tissue paper. So there's that. That's Amelia Earhart there. But this folds out. Then let me scoot this down. I think that folds out again. Yeah, folds out again. Right there. There's a little notepad that I created. Just stapled some, and then a little thing there. This is, all of this came out of an old magazine called oh my goodness, the magazines are right under me. It's like, has old stuff like this. It was my mom's magazine. Maybe I'll remember it. I just don't feel like looking under there now. So that does like that, and then it flips around on this side, and I glued the sides to make a pocket. So, and this was created on the last 50 sack challenge. I think, yeah, this was flashcard. 2 + 3 = 5. I didn't have any, so I created my own. Writing spot. I created this in February 24th, 2025. That was my mom's birthday, February 24th. And I also made something something that actually had her picture and stuff, which is in the last challenge, but I don't want to grab that because this video won't be too long. I need to tighten that. Okay, now back to this challenge. I really like this one as well. It has so many elements. This has all this material. This material came from the last challenge, and I believe it was yarn. So I just made some weird yarn things. There's a little tuck right there. This has one of my rusted paper clips. I just put a little bead there. There's that. I just really love this. Then that tucks in, and then that sticks out, and I love it. See, all of this sticks out. That was one of my goals, to just have stuff that would stick out. I mean, I said that phrase, stick out, 50 times. Okay, here's this one. Right here, this is some type of packing mail. Another one of Crafty Cat's digitals. One right here too. And this, of course, is corrugated cardboard. That comes out. There's that. And there's that background. That's one of my mom's, that she copied a poem. And when I say poem, I don't mean she wrote like it's her poem. She used to copy poems out of books. That's what that is. And this one was on actual regular paper there. So there's that. Here's this one. That's just a little flower thing. I just made that into a little tuck. This opens, little writing spot, little pocket here, a couple things stuck in there. And then this part opens further. There's another one of my paint labels. There's that. And this is one of my favorite ones. This is the very center of the book. So I did this whole thing at one time, and I just love this. So here's another one of my notepads. I actually stitched it together. I just really and this is my coffee dyed paper. And this digital whole piece was, once again, Crafty Cat's. Any digitals in here are pretty much hers. Okay, so this, let me pull this off. Let me go ahead and take this out of there. There's a little thing there. And I'm going to take this off in a bit, but see how it goes on the front and the back. This is like a big pocket tuck. So here it is back here. This comes out of it. All right. Let me cut that something. I did something that, oh, there, what in the world? Okay, so here this is. I just put that sticker. This was some type of a card, and I just sewed it together. And then this comes out. This little violin is a little tuck. writing spot in the back. There's that. And now I'll take that off. And this is just a napkin that I decoupaged on there. So now let me put all this back. That's one of my rusted paper clips, and I just tied some material on there. That's all I did. Let's put that back. And then this here, I remember this, one of the prompts was tags, and I put 2 tags, used them instead of using them as a tag. I made pockets with those. There's a hole right there, and that shows this little guy's face. Here's this. This is a little paper I paper clipped on there. Writing spot. So I really like this page as well. Okay, this one here is this this blue piece, this whole blue piece I had created, not even on a 50 stack challenge. It was just something I had created a few years back. This is like masking tape and just random material sewed on here. And anyways, I glued this on in a way to where the side part could be the pocket. And then there's a pocket here and a pocket behind here. And this is just a few things. This was just a card. I'm actually not happy with this. I may end up changing that out. I don't know. But I sewed this ribbon on, and so I kind of use those as tucks. This is something I stapled. I don't even know what I had on here, so I'm just going to stick. There's that. Just stapled some random stuff. Little flower there. Okay, but this is another secret pocket. It looks like it's just 2 things, but this actually, oh my goodness, this actually comes out. So it's kind of a secret little pocket there. Put that right there. Now here's where we come to another signature, the signature cover. So this wasn't part of the challenge. This is something I put in here from my ephemera. That is a paper clip that I made I just sewed a stitch down there, some jean material and some other material. But I created this from what do you call it? From oh my goodness, what is that pharmacy called? Oh my word, it's right on the tip of my brain. Anyways, I'll think of it. Walgreens. You know, you get your pictures, you order pictures. That's what this was. So, oh, that magazine I was trying to think of earlier is called Reminisce. So these pictures all come from there. This article and all that. So I just covered it. And as you may have noticed I use this little guy on another item in here, but there is that. And one of my rusted paper clips. And that just folds over the top there. And it could be used as a tuck. So I could stick something under there. I probably ought to do that. Let me find something. Let me find something that I'm going to put in there. You know what? Maybe I'll put this here just because these are stickers. I just put some stickers on there to kind of cover that up. Maybe I could do it like that and have that kind of stick out the top. I don't really like that. I'm not a fan. This is not the best time to try and figure this out. I do realize that. Oh man, why did I have to decide to do that? You know what? Should I put something just... There's a little thing I created. Would that look okay? You know what? That's going in there. I'm just putting anything at this point. Here is a pocket right there. Tag. Right there. One of my rusted safety pins. I just stuck a bead on there. And here's this. This made some pockets out of these houses. A clear tag. Just some collaging there. There's another one of my paint swatches. Like I said, you can go back and look at these to actually see what I did if you want to, if you want to know more about that. And then here's this. This was one of the first ones that I did for this challenge. Just made a little envelope there. And I do know that this, one of the prompts here was rip, because I used this. I used that prompt was on, the word rip was on the first challenge. Well, not the first challenge, the last one I did, 50 Stack Challenge 6, and on this one. So this is what I made for the word rip on the other challenge, and also for this one. I just grabbed this and here it is. Okay, here's this right here. Just made a little tag there. Did some collaging. Using the corrugated cardboard again. Just stuck some things. You'll notice there's collaging all throughout. And there, once again, my paint swatches. Those are all kind of through here. And I really like this clear pocket collaging. And I did some, oh my word, every time I need to know the word, I forget it. This white stuff, oh my goodness. I'll think of that in a minute. But I made a little, this is a little trifold I made in the last challenge that I added. A little tuck right there. Another little, there's a little pocket. And what is that stuff called? I've got to look. It is called gesso. Gesso. I don't know if you can see all the texture. Like there's some cheesecloth that I really like this page. Here's this one. I made a pocket. This was a tag, and it's connected to one of these flower cardstock items, whatever. And there's that. I made this one in the last challenge. Writing spot. And then once again, some collaging there. I do know this one was star. Was one of the prompts. There's that. There's all these flags. It might have been star and flag, actually. I don't know. Anyways, there it is. And then this is the last cover, signature cover. So this was not part of this challenge. It's just, again, me using my ephemera. So this piece was like on a time card type of thing, and I just glued it, or actually I stapled it. I stapled it all the way around, so it created this pocket. Now this I created in the last challenge, which I really like this piece. Writing spot there, but some of these have little slots in there. So there's like a little picture there. I feel like this fell out yesterday, and I think I just stuck it anywhere. Oh my goodness. I think I'll stick that right there. Actually stick it up here, I think. Right there. And then a little heart. I just thought this was so cute. I just made this obviously out of strips of paper. So made that into a pocket. And then this is a little tuck and like a bookmark. A bookmark made from an actual book page. And that's what this was. I remember this was the last challenge, and I can't remember. I think, I know what it was. It was bookworm. No. Was it? Was it bookworm? No. It was, oh my word. It was, oh my, I've got to tell you this one. It's like when you make a judgment. Okay, I'm going to find it. Label. And so instead of using an actual label, I used it in the term like when you label somebody. So if somebody who reads a lot, you label them a bookworm. So that's why I made this. There's a lady reading, and then this is a dictionary page. I highlighted the word bookworm. There's part of a book from Little House on the Prairie. There's the chapters. There's a little sticker. It says knowledge, which costs nothing. And then, of course, some books to make a little bookmark used with the book page. So I really like this one right here. So there's that. Yeah, does this? Hey, I guess it does. How did I staple that? Oh, okay, yeah, I stapled it and then I put the back on. Okay, I was like, how did I do that? Okay, so that is this book. Okay, so we have made it to the end. And not only did we make it to the end of this challenge, we've made it to the end of going through this book, but we've also, I believe this is also going to be the end, of this channel. Well, at least it's going to be a pause. I just don't know if it's going to be a long-term pause or just, just a month or two. But at this time, I'm really thinking that every once in a while I could get on here and post something. Maybe I just show, if I happen to make another journal, I may show that to you. I don't know if I'll get on here and make it on here. I could change my mind. But right now, I've really been feeling like that's all I want to do. Because I do have another channel, more of a vlog of my life and things, daily life. And I love doing this, like the outcomes of the books. But it does take a bit. Now, I may still create some books, and I probably will. I want to just not have to think about it. I have a few ideas just for some personal books that I want to do. So, and this is my office. So I have my work computer and everything and a stand desk behind me. And then I have this big table for this channel here. But I'm really thinking I just want to get rid of the majority of the stuff. Keep very few things so that I can still create some journals, but they will be for more personal. Like I said, things, and that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be, I don't know. I started this channel. I've been doing this for over a year. I've been posting videos every Thursday it's been like a month and 2 to 3 months because I think I started either December or January, one of those. And so, yeah. But it has been fun. I just feel like I don't want to be doing 2 channels, and I really feel like the other one is more easier just to do instead of having to come up with something. Not only am I having to come up with something, that means I'm having to collect supplies and things like that. And I don't know. I'm just kind of wanting to be a little bit more simple. Oh, let me show you one thing while I'm thinking about it. This type of journal lays flat. Okay, these lay flat. I do want to tell you that. And it's because of the way it's put together, but I am going to link the tutorial to to how you do this. Now, it's not going to be the decorating part. It's going to be just putting this type of a journal together. It'll explain everything, but I'm going to put that on there. I'm also going to link my 50 stack challenge 6 and 7, since they are both included in this journal. And also, if you guys, Crafty Cat, her channel is so great if you love watching journals. So these have been her challenges. This is mostly her digitals that I've used, so she's been a big part of my channel, I know that. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for watching my videos all this time, anyone who has, and I really appreciate that. And for now, I will be saying goodbye.